Gary the Seagull. I love this book. It's a great read aloud and it's Canadian. How cool is that? And the illustrations were made by somebody who works at a public library, and the words were written by somebody who's a musician. Wow! This is a special book. Let's read it. Gary the Seagull. My library receipt is in here. Gary the Seagull. Words by Christian Johnston. Art by Paul Hammond. Oh, I'm excited. Two friends working together for a book. Let's see. How does it begin? In a small town on a beach by the ocean lived a seagull named Gary. Can we take a really close look at Gary? He is beautiful. Gary, like most seagulls, really enjoyed three things. Squawking at other seagulls. Well, that's one. Going for a dip in the sea. That's two. What's number three? And stealing people's lunches. Oh no, Gary. That's not nice. Before we read this page, let's look at the picture. What is everybody doing at the beach? Having a great day. On one particularly hot and sticky day, the beach was packed with people. And packed with people's lunches. Look at that busy beach. Everybody doing everything. And look how the illustrator has imagined what's inside of the cooler and the basket and shown us. So cool. Gary was known to dine on minnows, bugs, and even garbage from the dump. But there was just something about those beach lunches he loved. However, there was one big problem. What do you think the problem with stealing lunches might be? Anytime Gary or any of the other seagulls got close to a blanket or a beach tent or an umbrella, kids would pop up and chase them away, shouting, "Shoo, bird, shoo!" Can you shout that at home? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shoo, bird, shoo! It was very disappointing for Gary. I bet. He just wanted to swipe your lunch. Look at this dog. So, on this one particularly hot and sticky day, Gary was getting more and more crabby and more hungry. That's how I feel when I'm hungry too. When he noticed a small boy sitting away from the crowd about to tuck into his lunch. Oh, what's he eating? Chips? Looks like watermelon and maybe a jelly sandwich. Perfect, thought Gary. Oh, there's that picture we saw a peek of at the beginning. He's looking for lunches, now we know. Gary swooped down by the kid, already tasting the sweet red crumbs of the ketchup chips. But the second he landed, the kid was on his feet, chasing Gary and shouting, "Here it is! Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shoo, bird, shoo!" This is going to take some of my patented seagull cunning and skill, thought Gary. He's flying. I see some ice cream he could have. What's he gonna do? I hope he makes a good choice. Officer Gary here. There have been reports of some sandwiches with illegal crusts. I must commandeer your lunch in the name of the law. Oh, that's a big word. Commandeer. It means you take it away. I think Gary's using a big word to try and convince the child he has to listen to him. What will the child do? Why, you are no police officer, the kid said, laughing. You are just a seagull with a hat and badge. And with a wave of his hand, he said, here it is. 1, 2, 3. Shoo, bird, shoo! Rats! Aw. Gary's costume did not work one little bit. Food inspector here, said Gary, just doing a routine spot check. I'm afraid I'll need to test those ketchup chips. I don't know. What do you think? Looks an awful lot like Gary to me. Nice try, said the kid, laughing. Oh, we get to say it again. 1, 2, 3. Shoo, bird, shoo! It's my favorite part. Rats! Gary moaned as he made for the skies. Oh, he put so much work into his costume. Look, he even has forms and a pen. He's really trying. He's really trying. It's me, your dear old dad. Want to pass me some of those delicious fudge brownies I packed you? The kid was not fooled a bit. You are definitely not my dad, he said. You are just a seagull in cutoffs. No lunch for you, bud. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Shoo, bird, shoo! Rats. Why did you think that would work, Gary? What's he trying now? He's in a bikini. Hello, boo-boo. Can you pass your mama bear some watermelon? I don't know. The kid was getting tired of this whole rigmarole. You are not my mom, he said. You are just a bird in a bikini. 1, 2, 3. Shoo, bird, shoo! But this time Gary stayed put. Look, kid, he said. I'm hot, I'm tired, and I'm hungry. If you can spare a bit of lunch, I promise I'll fly off and stop bugging you. Oh, would you take that deal? The kid thought for a moment, then smiled and passed Gary some watermelon, ketchup chips, and what was left of his sandwich. Oh, he's sharing. Thanks, kid, said Gary. I owe you one. And he flew off. Oh, he kept his agreement in the trade. There's the child eating lunch. No seagull to bother him. Unless you count whoever this is. One of Gary's sisters, maybe? I don't know who that is. Let's find out if they tell us. Oh no, what's going on? But last page there was only one seagull. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Oh, rats! So many seagulls. I think the seagulls found out that child shares. It's good to share, but sometimes we share with seagulls and it doesn't work out so good. I liked this book. We got to yell and read at the same time. That's always fun. And it ended so cool because it had a happy ending, but then it had a funny ending after the happy ending. That's like 2 feelings in one book. Great job.